Hello, and welcome back to the madness. It is Monday. I'm froggy, sorry. So I got a lot of stitching done this weekend. I even have a finish. Woohoo! So I didn't stitch on a lot of things that I pulled this week, or last week, or a week ago. I basically was working on Pokemon yearly sale, the walking Christmas bundle. So in the last 2 weeks, I worked on all of those, all 4 of them. Yeah, so you're not gonna see variety in today's Flosstube, which you've already seen it, so I don't even know why I'm talking about it. This is where it gets confusing doing both of these every week. But spoiler, no, it wouldn't be a spoiler. You've already seen it, so redundant, I guess is what it would be, right? Yeah, so I didn't have to work Saturday. Saturday, I basically spent the whole day in my room, just cross-stitching. Basically, and the reason I was in my room all weekend, well, too, is because I was working on those projects that I don't want to take out of my room. But I was catching up on the current trial I'm watching, and that TV is the only TV that I can watch it in a different speed without it. So, I got all caught up. This trial is about a house robbery. Yeah, so these, they were young adults, like newly, like 2021. They were throwing a small drug party, is the best way I can explain it. And they invited these 2 girls and the one who was renting the house. It was a B&B that they were renting. So these 2 girls come in, and dude, if it was my house party and these 2 girls just walked in and started casing the place, I'd be like, goodbye. But I mean, no matter what, it would have happened, because what had happened is the girls came in, they stole the drugs. They couldn't find the money. The one girl runs out with the drugs, which cued the 2 men who were masked. One was in a monkey mask, and the other one was, I've never seen the movie, Purge, in a purged mask. I don't know what that is. They come running in, and they just start beating the crap out of people, and stole their wallets, their phones. They never got the money. And so now they're on trial. They gave one guy a concussion, and the other one a skull fracture, I think it said. They said. I don't know. It was quite messed up. But this judge is like spicy. A little too spicy sometimes. It's like he's like mean to the prosecutor. I'm like, oh, damn, dude. And apparently this prosecutor is always in front of him. So, because they're always talking about, remember the last week when you were in front of me and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, ooh, that's disgusting. Calling out like how he made mistakes, and remember how we had that argument? It was like, dude. So it feels like he's constantly riding the prosecutor's ass. There's a sovereign citizen, so there's 2 people being charged right now. The masked men are on trial, and then the women are going to be on trial later on. But it's so funny. This defense lawyer really thinks that she's got something on these girls. She's like, because once the girls were, of course that's John, and now I forgot where the hell I was. Oh, I know. So how they got caught is, well, the guy invited her, right? And her friend. And then one of the persons that were there at the party knew her because he went to school with her but didn't like remember her name. So they went to the school, got the little yearbooks, and was like, yeah, that's her. So when they were first came in, of course they lied to the police. No, it wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. No, yeah, I went to the party. And then the second time they were interviewed, they spilled their guts. And the lawyer keeps going, but you lied in the first one. It's like, yeah, but now I'm telling you the truth, and now I have it all laid out in front of you. So if I was on the jury, I'd be like, yeah, bitch, she lied because she was trying to get out of it. It's just so funny. Well, but now can we believe what you're saying? And then they weren't getting anything. The only thing that they got was basically immunity on whatever they say in court. So they're already charged with all this shit. They already have all this information. And the lawyer's going, so you got a plea deal out of this? And both of the people are like, no, we didn't get a plea deal. I didn't get a plea deal out of this. I'm like, what is this immunity thing? So the judge had to keep telling the jury what it meant. That whatever they say in court can't be held against them. But they're still being charged, and both of them said, well, I hope that I will get leniency, but I'm guilty of the charges. And I think they're going to plead guilty. I don't know. But they're going to have trials, so they're probably not pleading guilty. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But, well, maybe they need a trial to say they're guilty. I don't know. But it's just like, oh my God, get off. It's like the defense lawyer just cracking me up. And she has to object about everything. It's like, it's just funny. It makes me laugh. But this judge, I like how he like shoots down when they start getting in the weeds. They're like, what we're not gonna have is it's like, oh yeah. Or I've never seen this happen before, but they'll be like interviewing, like the witnesses on the stand. And if the judge doesn't understand something, he goes, wait, I have a question. And then he asks it. And then they answer, and it's like, oh, yeah, what about that? But what I don't understand, there's footage of the girls running in and out of the house, but we still haven't seen any footage of the men entering and leaving the house, which is weird. So, I don't know. I'd like to know when they're going to bring that in. Okay. So, today's a floss tube. I get to pick what I'm going to work on this week. And I'll have more information tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to get to stitch. I really need to get some things done around the house. Like, get the winter clothes out. Because, guess what? It's supposed to be 80 today. And it's 74 already. I have none of my summer stuff out. Trying to find clothes this morning for work, it was like, this is ridiculous. Which I wanted to do it last weekend, but Becca just wasn't in the mood. She's the one who has to crawl under my bed and get it all out, and then I have to wash it and all that fun stuff. So, yay. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Ooh, it is Tuesday. So, oh my God. Worst floss tube ever, let me tell you that. or should I say worst picks ever. At one point, I felt like I was being punked by my jar. Really, it was like, or I had, what is that when you can see in front of, can see into the future? Premonition? I don't know. But I just get done doing a speech about how I really don't want any Christmas or Halloween, and it was like Christmas, Halloween, Christmas, Halloween, Christmas, Hollywood. Hollywood? Oh my God. Halloween. Yeah, so it was one of those days. But I did manage to work on 2 projects. I put in 142, I think it was, in Red Truck Autumn. And then I put in, I think it was 304 stitches into Moon. After we went to bed, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take Moon into the bedroom with me. And I was just stitching away, watching court cases. So the jury is going to have the one court case that I'm watching about the gang members. Or, well, it's not about the, well, they are gang members, but about the B&B robbery. Not B&B. Oh my God. Airbnb. I just need to go home and go back to bed. I can't with today. They're doing closing arguments right now. And then after I caught up on that last night, then I wanted to watch the Karen Reed trial. And I started with one person, and oh my God, she can't stay focused. And she'll be like, she'll read the chat and she'll go like, yeah, and I was just like, nope, I can't do this. I couldn't do it. Now, I don't know if it was because she was having issues with her StreamYard or whatever she was using, then she had to go to StreamYard. But after she was on it, she was still just like, I'm like, hello. I couldn't. So I went back to Emily. I gotta find someone else. I cannot deal with her. So, and I don't want to watch it by myself. I know I could go to Law and Crime, but I do want commentary. But I don't want a big head commentary who constantly objection. That's compound. That's compound. It's like, who gives a shit? The lawyers aren't saying it. Why do you? She constantly talks over people. It's like, oh my God. And the one witness, when I finally just had to turn it off last night. So they had the brother of the brother who died. I didn't know how to say that. He was on. And then had the wife of the brother who died. So the sister-in-law, basically. I should have just said that. So he was asking like the same questions. He's like, you already asked this with the other witness. And I'm like, I'm not a lawyer, but I already know that he's trying to build a, what is it called? I know what it is. I just don't know the words. Like, so you get to know her feelings about the brother and the Karen Reed and build a format. I don't think it's a format. Foundation. I think it's foundation, the word I'm looking for. So then after he asked all of those questions, then he started asking the ones that like were really important, like the morning when she called Karen to see what was going on, and Karen was like, I think this will be the last day I ever see you guys. She's supposed to be really good friends with her. So, guilty conscience much? But it's so funny. Like, they start getting into the good questions, like, oh, I see where you're going with that now. It's like, you had to let the jury get to know her a little. It just, I can't with her. And I think, I'm not saying she watched RA, but I bet you someone, because I mean, like, I watch both people, told her what RA does, and now she's doing, whenever the jury comes, Judge Newman's bring the jury, which I love it, but she act like it's her own, and it's like, no, someone did it before you, bitch. Oh, it just drives me up a freaking wall. So I'm going to be scanning the YouTubes today and trying to find someone. I want to see if I don't know what his name is. I'm gonna butcher it probably. Runkle of the Bailey, I think is his name. I'm gonna see if he's gonna be doing it, which works perfect for me because he does the recaps at night. He doesn't do it during the day. So he speeds it up. And I watched him for the Rust trial before I found RA. Because I just had to take a break from Emily. Or did I watch RA for the Rust trial? No, that's right. Oh no. That's when I unsubscribed from her, was because of the Rust trial. Anywho, I watched him a couple of nights, and I really liked him. It was like on the good days, I'm like, oh, I need someone else's perspective, and I just happened upon him, which, I mean, he's always in Emily's chat, so. I just wish RA was covering this. But because Brandy's covering it, Brandy's the one who was like, the one I started out with. And I was like, oh, no. No. Because Brandy's covering it, he's not covering it. Which, I mean, I respect that. But it sucks for me. It's all about me. Me. I know it's supposed to be you. I want to talk about me. No. Yeah, so I think tonight I'm feeling Lovely Birds. I think that's what I'm going to stitch on, is Lovely Birds. And then I have to get Pokemon back on the hoop. Well, on the Nerge. Because I need to start doing the chart part so I can put in the name part and do the blue and red border. At least it goes by fast though. And I'm gonna see on the way home, Becca's got another job interview today, so on the way home from the job interview, I'm going to stop at the furniture store and see if I can find a chair that I like. Because it's messing with my sciatic nerve. And last night I was in so much pain. It was like electricity going down my leg. Oh my God, it was so bad. I was in tears at one point. I almost went and slept in my love seat recliner, but then I didn't want to do that. I mean, that one's comfortable, but it's not comfortable to sleep in. It's good for naps. It's good for like a 2-hour nap, but I know it's supposed to be a 3-hour tour, but yeah, I don't know. let the fun begin. Yay. Oh, at least Sandy's here. Thank God. I think that's her car. Alright. I will see you tomorrow. Hello. It is Wednesday. It's 64 degrees out here, but I am cold. It's supposed to be 80. So, I did stitch last night. What was it that I stitched on the whole? Oh, garden gnome, that's right. I think I did 342 stitches, if my memory is right. I kind of really like not having to worry about the extra stitches, not bringing it up to 100. Oh gosh, I got something in my eye. So at the end of the night, I don't care. I'm not going to be making it 100. I'm just going to, when I decide to go to bed, I will just finish that floss and be done with it. Or not even finish the floss. Just depending on what kind of mood I'm in. But it's nice not to have to round it up to 100. I'm really enjoying that. I did no stitching in my chair last night when I went to bed. I was exhausted, so I just wanted to go to bed. Funny thing is I don't even remember what I was watching last night when I went to bed. I think it was the Karen Reed trial. So I found this other person, because I can't do Emily no more. Especially, she's always for the prosecutor side, and this time she's like for the defense side. And I was like, ooh, why with the switch? Because she used to work with the defense lawyer. So, yeah. And I was like, damn, why is she kissing his ass? It was just like, just praising him. And it was like, what the hell? And then I went to a different channel, which, I mean, I wish I forgot what it was called too. But they were doing at night, like recaps. But I loved their commentary back and forth with each other. It was so cool. One was the uncivil something. I don't remember. You know, I'm bad with names. And the other one, I don't remember her name. It was a fun, playful name. But I really liked their back and forth. And, but I was looking for day 2. I already watched day 1. And I was looking for day 2, and I was like, okay. So I tried Brandy on day 1, and she was having computer issues. And she wasn't focused. And she would be saying something, and she'd be like, and then wouldn't even finish her sentence. I mean, I know I'm bad, but this was like, come on. And it was a trial, you know? It was like, what? Where she's supposedly have done all this research, and I just felt like, because RA won't do it because Brandy's doing it, which I think is BS. Because you watch when Colberry, or whatever his name is, Colberg, the Idaho case, when that comes, everyone's going to be doing it. And I bet you he'll be doing it too, and Brandy would be doing it. But he doesn't want to step on Brandy's toes. It's like, weren't you all doing the Russ trial? So she did a lot of research. So, but then today, I was watching him, because he starts at like 8:30 in the morning. He's like, I think I'm going to do a highlight of the Karen Reed. It's like, so he's watching it, but he won't watch it with us because Brandy's doing it. But I do have to say, what I watched yesterday, I'm just going to have to suck it up and do it with Brandy. I definitely have unsubscribed to Emily, and I'm done with her. I don't care what she covers. She'd be covering an alien from the moon, and I ain't watching it. Because, no. I know some of you love her, and she's just, she used to be until her head got so freaking big. And I found out I picked up on another thing too. This is Bash Emily Day, so welcome to the party. She's always like, when she doesn't know the answer, like, you know, her chat would be saying, oh, who's that person, or like, who's coming to the stand, or whose vehicle is that? She'd be like, we don't know because the state hasn't put on a good enough presentation to let us know who that is. But the second she knows and the state hasn't said anything, she tells you what it is. It's like, just because you don't know the answers. Here on this channel, we are jurors. We don't, it's like, go blow yourself. Okay, I gotta get off of her because I could just rant on her for all day long. And no, I'm not deleting this, because this is how I feel, and if you don't like it, there's plenty of channels to watch. I know this isn't a true crime, but that's all I'm watching right now, so. But I fell asleep to Brandy last night, and now I'm like, I don't even remember when I fell asleep, so it's gonna be so hard. Well, I do remember the last witness that I, like, paid attention to, so it won't be that hard. But yeah, me and John went to bed, and I bet you I was out within like 10 minutes. I was tired. Yesterday was stressful at work. But Johnny's behind me. Well, he's on the side of me now because I just scooted over. Now he's coming behind me. So hopefully we can get in, knock this day off, and I can get home. I think tonight I'm going to stitch on Lovely Birds. If I have a lot of time, because I don't want to, darn it, I'm choking myself today. I don't want to just do 100 stitches in there. That needs a good, like, 500 stitches, which I should leave it for the weekend. But I'm really hoping to get a lot of stitches in Pokemon this weekend. I don't know. But I'm going to have to be able to, I'm going to transfer it to the living room because that chair is killing me. I need a new chair so bad. But it's not in the budget. We went looking yesterday, and it's not in the budget right now. Oh, well, what are you going to do, right? Yeah, so I guess that's all. Sorry for the rant. I am sorry, but not sorry in a way. I know a lot of you love her, and I can't. She was awesome at Murdoch. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But then it was just like, I don't know. Her head just got way too big. And sadly, that happens to a lot of creators. They're really good, and then once they get a big head, it's like, forget it. I've known quite a few creators that I stopped watching because of that. I'm not naming any names. Okay, I'm here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello! It is Thursday. I almost forgot to do the clip. By the skin of my teeth. I'm on my way home now. So, what did I do yesterday? Well, right when I got home, so John was nice, which I was nice for him in the morning. I took some of his, some of his far away ones because they were done. And my far aways weren't done, so I was like, you know what, let me just go do these for him, and then I'll go do my area. So when I was doing my far away ones, I had some close ones that came over, and see, with my faraways, with Detroit and Grosse Pointe, when I do those at the very end, then I can just go home because I actually like pass my house to go back to the shop. So it was really nice that he did my close ones for me, so I didn't have to go back to the shop yesterday. So right when I was on my way home, well, early in the morning, I told Becca, please get all the bins out, because I wanted to put winter away and I almost said Christmas out, and wrong bins, and summer clothes out. So, which that turned into a long mess. So it's kept all underneath my bed. I have a king size bed. It's all stored at the head of my bed. So she has to like crawl under there, and then I crawled under there because I had to help her, and it was like, oh my God. But I got all my stuff put away, all the summer stuff washed. Thank God I only have to do my stuff. If I had to do it everyone's, it would be like, no thank you. John really doesn't have summer clothes, and he has so little, it's in the drawer already. So he keeps all of his stuff out. Because we have our own dressers. Well, I have 2 dressers. But anywho, I have a big one and then I have a small one because I gave my other big one to Becca. So I have a standing Chester and I have a I don't know what it would be called. It's just a regular dresser, I guess. So I have a tall one and a short one. And they're made back in like the 1900s. So they're good, sturdy dressers and deep. Oh my God, they're so deep. So I took Becca's scrawny one for all my nightgowns and nighttime clothes, or really, really, really hot, basically lounge around the house. So I got my tank tops, stuff I can't wear to work, all in those drawers. And then, yeah, so anyways, I got it all folded and put away. And then I sat down for the night, and I was able to get 686 stitches into, it's called Halloween Sampler. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think I was supposed to do the other Halloween Sampler. No, that's Halloween Quaker. Okay. Woo! I'm like, darn it. Oh, I gotta take a drink, sorry. So, I got it out, and I started working on that big thing of green. And I was sitting there, and I'm like, because it's awful. It's like plastic, really. It's just weird floss. So, I was looking at it, and I'm like, by now, John is up from his nap. Sorry, I keep doing little yawns. That's why you got the pause. Try that. That's what I was trying not to do, a big yawn. So I was letting the little ones, like suck them back in. That's the best way I can explain it. So by then, John was up from his nap and didn't start dinner yet. That's right. So I was telling him, I said, listen, I don't like this floss. I said, what if I do the border in black? And he's looking, he goes, why don't you do the border in orange? I'm like, oh, you're right. I said, and then I didn't even realize their alphabet on here. I like words. I don't like alphabet. But there's alphabets on here. Alphabets? That's a cereal, dumbass. Oh my God. Alphabet there's an alphabet. Now it feels like I'm saying it wrong. But anywho, it's on this pattern, right? Just scattered. So it's not like in a row, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So I'm like, oh, I could do the alphabet in black. He's like, yeah. He says, yeah, and see that heart down there? Do that heart in black. I'm like, okay. I said, oh, and there's a rose. I'll do the rose in black. I said, okay, well, I have this other green too. So on some of these big motifs, like there's this big one that has a skull and it has wings. I said, I could do that one in that other green. He's like, or you could do it in black. I'm like, I don't want to put all black on here. So I finished up the big green blob, which it's skull heads in a, like, I want to say it's almost like a kaleidoscope, but it's not a kaleidoscope. But you could put it on a kaleidoscope and you would see, like, the heads. I don't know. Or it's a Quaker motif with skull heads. That's probably better, yeah. So I finished up that one. Then I did one part of the border. And then I found a letter and put black in it. And I stitched all up and I showed John. He's like, yeah, I really like that. I like it too. Now I want to stitch on this. I am rethinking, I think this weekend, because I have to put them in 3 cubes instead of 2, which I was really hoping not to be able to do that. But then I don't know, when I go through it, I might make room. I think I'm going to put quite a few whips in timeout. Or something. I don't know. I feel like my taste has changed. So, I don't know. Okay, but I'm home. I don't know what I'm working on tonight. I'm thinking about working on, like, Christmas lights gnome. And there was another one that I was like, just put a couple of 100 stitches in it just because it hasn't been worked on this year. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on 2 projects today. Oh my God. Words. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to work on everything just to help me make my decision. Is it going in timeout? I know one for sure is going to be UFO'd. So, yeah. Okay. I will see you in the next one. Tomorrow's the last clip. It's Friday. Tomorrow, not today. I wish today was Friday. Okay. Hello. Darn it. It's Friday. Oh no, why are my windshield wipers squeaking? Oh, it was so nice to have non-squeaky windshield wipers, and now they're squeaking again. So I worked on Not Invited to My Funeral, and I did 503 stitches on it. And I stopped on the letter N, so it says you're not invited to my fun right now. I was like, oh, I'm stopping on the N. I wanted to go to bed anyways, but I just thought it was funny that I stopped on the N. Yeah, so yesterday went good. I got home at a decent time, and I was able to do a lot of stitching, which made me very happy. Nothing else really to report on. What did I watch yesterday? It was, oh, I know, okay. I watched, R.A., Recovering Addict, or Recovery Addict, not recovering, the recovery. It was, basically a hopping around court cases. The people that God, stop with words. what was it called? Something about the Airbnb robbery. They were sentenced yesterday. Holy crap. The one guy got, I want to say it was 35 years. And can be out in 30. I think the other got 25 years and could be out in 20. I think that's what it was. I can't remember now. But damn, I was like, I didn't know it was going to be that much. That many years. It's crazy. After I heard not the witness, what is it called? Where the defendant can have like his family talk for him. The one guy was like, oh man, I hope he doesn't get many years. The other one, I'm like, oh, you're just privileged. And yeah, he deserved, he was on parole for 10 months. He was involved in another robbery where someone died. And it's like, oh yeah, you need to go away for many, many years. There's no excuse for that guy. That guy, and the sad thing is, okay, so his father is a preacher and came in and was like basically giving a sermon and saying how his son is like an intelligent man, which you can tell he was, even though he was his own lawyer. That was the only stupid thing he did. But he had already lost a brother to the gangs, so why are you joining the gang? And his father was basically like, he could be released right now and he could go on to make his own ministry. And it's like, a little too late. You had those opportunities, especially when you were on parole. No, not parole. Yeah? No. Probation. Because the first murder, or, well, robbery that ended in a murder, or no, yeah, I don't know what it would be. But anyways, he didn't get, like, the book thrown at him because he had a broken leg, and because he had a broken leg, they had him as the getaway driver. But he's the one who planned it all and had it all set up, which they were supposed to hit another drug dealer's house. They got the damn apartment number wrong and tried robbing this just normal average Joe, and the guy was so scared he jumped out of the window, which was very sad. So, but then I was gonna go watch Karen Reed, but I'm like, you know what, I can't believe that court schedule. It's like half days, no days. They don't have court today. Yesterday was a half a day, so I'm like, you know what, I'll just catch up on that on the weekend. So I went, because then he went to Brian Kohlberger, or whatever his name is, that little trial, which I am so sick of hearing about this man. I just want the trial to start so we stop all this bullshit with the state hiding shit from the defense and the defense doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing, and it's just like, oh, shut up and just get to the trial, which they're saying not for another 2 years. But every time there's something, everyone's like, oh, then we gotta go to the Colberry cases. Like, oh my God, shut up. And the ruling to the court case yesterday was to decide if the court case on May 14th or something like that is going to be to the public or private. And it was just a debate about that. It's like, really? And then the accusing of the state is not turning over all the evidence. Wah, 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 wah. And the state saying, well, the defense is trying to do this in the media. It's like, oh my God, just shut up already. And then he started reading something, all these, I don't know if they're called affidavits, whatever it's called, about the treehouse trial. So I stopped that and I went to go try to find the first part of the treehouse trial, because on the playlist it's like it starts at day 3, but in that video he says go back and go watch the other video, but the other video is about this oh yeah, that's right, we're on Verdict Watch where I am. So then I had to start this other case, which was basically, I don't understand this. Basically, the guy was doing donuts in a residential, and he's having a jury. I can't even say it. Like, he's having a jury case over a traffic ticket. So we're on Verdict Watch with that one. It's like, are you kidding me? But what it sounds like is what we had in Warren, where there was this motorcycle police officer who would have pre-written tickets, and the minute you did anything wrong, he'd pull you over and just hand you the damn ticket and turn in your write in your license. He had it already. Because he sat where the, what is it called? The speed limit dropped real fast. So he would catch all the people before they had a chance to slow down, which I know there's warnings and all that. But to have the tickets already made out, now mind you, this was in the 90s, so it's not like the electronic tickets right now. So, yeah. But that's about it. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I really don't. I want to get some things done around the house, so I don't think there's going to be tons of stitching. And I kind of want to go through my stuff and make some decisions about my stitching. I think a lot of projects are going to be put on timeout. I don't know. You'll have to watch the Flosstube to figure out what I did. So I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.